A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everybody to week 5 Mondays class. I hope that you're doing all well and jazakumullah for arriving early. Now let's start with our Mondays dua. If I could have a student to the mic, please.
Can G1341 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1341.
Can G1337 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1337.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. And jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with our Monday's dua and start with 1000 tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, if you read after me now. Rabbi shrah li
رب اشرح لي
sadri
صدري
wa yassir li
ويسر لي
amri.
أمري.
Very nicely recited. Do you think you can read the translation?
G. Lord, expand my mind and make my test easy for me.
Very nice. And it says on the bottom here, Taha and 26 to 27. Do you know what this means?
G. It's the verse from Taha from 26 to 27.
Well done. Very nicely explained. Jazakumullah G1337.
Assalamu alaikum. I had lost my turn.
Okay. What's your ID, please?
G1341.
341. Okay. So we will try to give you a turn today, inshallah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. So this is a note for the support teacher. If we could have G1347 next. All right. So let's go through the etiquettes of our class today. We should be thinking that we are in a mosque environment. So we should be making sure that we have done our wuzu, our ablution, and we should be wearing clean clothes and a head covering. We should be sitting at a quiet place. And we should be having the correct ID. Okay, make sure you signed in with the correct ID. If not, rename yourself immediately. Now, we would like it if a parent could be present with during the class as well. Okay, let's see what we are going to do today. Today, we are going to learn about tashdid. And the material is in the book on page 64, and we will be practicing exercise 13.1 to 13.2 today. Right, let's start with our today's lesson now. Okay, so as I said, we will be learning about tashdid. Tashdid is also called stressing, and it's chapter 13 in the Talimul-Quran book. It's page 64. Okay. Now, we learned about sukoon last week, and with sukoon, we know that we have to join the previous voweled letter to the letter which carries the sukoon, to the second letter, okay? Like here, just here, we have a second letter, which means this letter carries a sukoon sign, and the previous the previous letter which has a vowel is ra. So we should be joining the ra with the ba, rob, okay? Now, with the tashdid, it's also something to do with joining, and I will read out the text and explain with you to you what it means. Okay, so mushaddad means hardened. Okay, a letter with a shadda on top is called mushaddad. So this is a shadda. Let me just quickly show you. This is a shadda. It's a little w on top of a letter. This is a shadda here. So a little w, small w on top of a letter is a shadda, okay? And a letter carrying this shadda is called mushaddad. So this is ra mushaddad here, okay? Ra mushaddad. Similarly, this is ba mushaddad and this is dal mushaddad. Right. Instead of writing an identical letter twice in succession, the Arabic system writes it once and places a small W-shaped sign called shadda on top of it to indicate the doubling of consonants. Okay, so actually, instead of the dal with the W on top of it, the shadda, there should have been 2 letters. Okay, but because they don't want to write 2 letters, they've just placed a little shadda on top of it. Okay, so a mushaddad letter must be stressed appropriately in the pronunciation. Okay, so rab and b together, if there would be 2 bars here, rab and b, we will be reading rabbi, rabbi. So see, the mushaddad letter also carries a stroke. Okay, so it either carries a kasra, a fatha, a zamma, a fatatain, a kasratain, or a zammatain, or it may carry a fatha ishbaya. Okay, so it has to carry a stroke, and then we will read it appropriately to the stroke. So with the mushaddad letter here, there has to be a letter previous to it which carries a stroke as well. So this is the ra. Okay, so the ra we will be joining with the ba, and then we will press on it, and then we will be reading the kasra. Okay, rabbi, rabbi. Okay, first join the ra with the ba, just like with the sukoon, and then press on it and then read the kasra. Okay, read the stroke at the end. Rabbi. All right, so I'll go through the first 3 letters, and then we will have a student with the mic and we can practice. Okay, so here we have the dal, and it carries a shadda, so it's a dal mushaddad, and it also has a kasra. Now the previous vowel letter, the previous letter with the stroke is ba with the fatha, so I will be joining the ba with the dal. Okay, and baddi, baddi. Okay, see, I'm joining it with the dal, pressing on it, and then I'm reading the kasra. Okay, baddi, nubaddila, nubaddila. Here we have wow with the tashdid, so it's a wow mushaddad. Okay, and I will be joining the sin with the fatha to the wow. Okay, sawi, sawi. So I'm not spending too long on the mushaddad letter, but I am spending a little bit, and I'm pressing on it. Okay, nusawiya, nusawiya. Here we have ra mushaddad, karra, karra, mukarramatin, mukarramatin. Okay, let's have a student to the mic, please.
Can G1 364 please unmute themselves?
G1 364. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Let's start with Ta'awuz and Tasniya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Very nice. Okay, so here we'll start from here again. Here we have the dal mushaddid, baddi.
Baddi.
Very nice. Nubaddila.
Nubaddila.
Very nice. Carrying on, here we have sawi,
Sawi.
nusawiya.
Nusawiya.
Could you tell me which letter carries the the tashdid here?
Wow.
The wow. Well done. Well done. And what is it called then? If the wow carries the tashdid, do you know what it's called? It's called wow mushaddad. Okay?
Wow, Mushadat. Okay.
Very nice. Let's carry on to the next word here. Karra.
Karo.
Very nice. Mukarramatin.
Mukarolatu.
Very nice. Mukarramatin.
Mukaromatan.
Very nice. So I can see that you press on the ra with the with the tashdid very nicely. So you understand what the tashdid means. Very nicely read G1364. Jazakumullah, Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz. Bye.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's carry on and have another student to the mic, please.
Can G1341 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1341. G1341, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and Jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very nicely recited. Let's start with this letter here, a word here. We have ba, and we don't have fatah here. We have fatatain. Okay. Just with any stroke, what we do is we take the letter first, which is before the mushaddad letter, and this is kaf, and it carries a kasra. Now we will be joining the kaf with the ba, okay, pressing on it,
Okay.
and then we will be reading the fatatain, okay. Kibban,
Kibban.
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 Very nice. So just to remember the fatatain, we will be prolonging it for a little while, for about 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Ibban.
Kibban.
Very nice. Now here we have mukibban.
Mukibban.
Very nice. Okay. Here we have the ha with the tashdid, and it also carries a kasra, and it will be called ha mushaddad. Mahi.
Mahi.
Famahili.
Famahili.
Very nice. Right. Here, in this word, could you tell me which letter has the tashdid on it?
Ya.
Yeah, very nice. What is it called then if if a letter carries a tashdid?
Ya mushaddad.
Very nice. Very nicely remembered. Well done. So suji,
Suji.
sujirat.
Sujirat.
Very nicely read. Excellent. Jazakumullah and Allah Hafiz. G1341.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have another student to the mic, please.
Can G1435 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1435.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm alright.
Alhamdulillah. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, let's start with this word here. Here we have the tashdid on the kaf, and we have a vertical fatha, a fatha ishbaya. Okay, so remember that we will be prolonging this for 2 seconds, but after we join za to the kaf, okay, and press on it. Zakka,
Zaka.
Very nice. Zakka.
Zaka.
Nice. Okay, here we have Ya Zakka.
Ya Zaka.
Very nice. Okay, with this exercise, we have the mushaddad letter actually colored in red. So all the red colors, the letters in red carry the tashdeed. Okay, here we have the dal with the tashdeed. So it's a dal mushaddad. Qadda. Could you read after me, please?
Yes.
Qadda.
Qadda.
Very nice. Do you know what kind of letter the qaf is here?
Yes.
What kind of letter is it?
Articulate.
Very nice. It's a thick letter. Well done. Nicely spotted. So with a thick letter, what we do is we round the mouth a bit and then we read it. With the qaf, this qaf, it is read from the middle of your throat as well. Okay. So qadda.
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 Nice. So make sure not to make a pause after the qaf. Okay. Straight after the kaf, join on to the dal. Qadda.
Qadda.
That's it. Very nice. And here we have فَقَدَّرَهُ.
Faqad.
Let's split it up. Let's read fa first. Fa. Qadda.
Qadda.
Rahu.
Rahu.
Very nice. Let's try to read it a bit together now. Faqadda.
Qadda.
Rahu.
Rahu.
Very nice. Okay. Which letter carries a tashdeed in this bit here? Do you know which one it is? There is a sin and there is a ba here. It's the ba. Okay, so this ba has a tashdeed on top of it. So it carries a tashdeed. And we will read it as sabbi.
Sabbi.
Very nice. Sabbihu.
Sabbihu.
Very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1 435. Allah Hafiz.
Allah.
Okay. Let's carry on and start the next exercise. If I could have the next student to the mic, please.
Can G1349 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1349. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, maybe a different student.
Can G1754 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1754.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Right. Let's start with this word here. Can you spot which letter has the tashdeed on it?
Ba.
Ba. Well done. So it's a ba mushaddad then. Okay. Rabbi.
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 Very nice. So we have to make sure we round the mouth a bit with the ra as well here. And here we have the dal with the tashdid. Saddaqa.
Sadaqa.
Very nice. So you read it correctly. Do you know what kind of letters the Sad and the Qaf are?
Thick letters.
Very nice, thick letters. So we have to make round our mouth a bit for that. Okay, so here we have Hubban.
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 Very nice. So here we have Fatatain. So with the Fatatain, remember we have to make a nasal sound, right? So there is a few rules here. We join the ha with the ba, press on it because there is tashdid on it, and then we read the Fatatain. Okay, so make a nasal sound as well. Okay, Hubban.
Hubban.
Jazakumullah. That was very nicely read, G1754. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have another student to the mic.
Can G1798 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1798. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's carry on with a different student.
Can G1638 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1638.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today, G1638?
I'm perfect. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and Jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, I can hear you very from far. If you could move towards your mic a bit.
Okay.
Great. So let's start from here. Do you know which letter carries the tashdid?
Huh?
Do you know which letter here carries the tashdid?
I don't know what Hashid is.
Okay, so tashdid is this little w here, okay? And if a letter carries a tashdid, it means you have to look at the letter before, which carries a stroke. And in this case, it is a fa, which carries a fatha. So the fa, we will be joining with the ra. We will be joining it and then pressing on it and then reading the fatha, okay? So here it is farro. Farro. So this little W here is the tashdid, okay? Farrot.
Farrot.
Very nice. Now, here, can you tell me which letter has a tashdid?
Ha.
Very nice. Now you know what a tashdid is. So, talaha.
Talaha.
Very nice. So it carries a tashdid and it carries a vertical fatha. Okay, so we have to prolong it for 2 seconds. Talaha.
Talaha.
That's it. Now here, which letter carries a tashdid?
Ain.
The ayn. Well done. Su'irat.
Arab.
Su'irat.
Arab.
Very nice. That was a really nice try to read the ayn. It is a bit difficult, but you'll get there if you keep practicing. Okay, very nicely read, G1638. Jazakumullah and Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have now.
Can G1669 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1669.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah, and you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, let's start with thousand tasmiya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nicely recited. Okay, can you tell me which letter here carries the tashdid?
The Qaf.
The kaf. Well done. And which strokes does the kaf has as well?
A kasratain.
Very nice. So you remember all your rules. Well done. So we will read it. Shakyang.
Shakking.
Very nice. And here, which letter carries the tashdid?
The Ba.
The ba. And the ba again has a fatatain here. Swabang.
Sabang.
Very nice. What kind of letter is the swad here?
A thick letter.
A thick letter. Well done. And here, which letter carries the tashdid?
The Ra.
The ra. Well done. Tuharrik.
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 Very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1669. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have the next student to the mic, please.
Can G1670 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1670.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, let's start with thousand tasniya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nice. Can you tell me which letter carries the tashdid?
Lam.
The lam. Well done. And it also has a kasratain. And just to remind you all, with the kasratain we do ghunna and we prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay, ghunna meaning nasal sound. Okay. Utullion.
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 Very nice. And here, which letter carries the tashdid?
Sin.
Seen. Well done. Do you know what this stroke is here?
Inverted dhamma.
Inverted dhamma. And what does that mean?
You have to prolong the dhamma for 2 seconds.
Well done. So we have to prolong the ha for 2 seconds. It's an inverted dhamma, and it is also called dhamma ishbaya. Okay. So
Okay.
you said it correctly as well. Well done. Yassarahu.
Yassarahu.
Well done. And now here, which letter carries the tashdid?
The dal.
Dal. Well done. Qaddamat.
Qaddamat.
Very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1670. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have the next student to the mic now.
Can G1537 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1537.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well and Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, let's start with thousand tasmiya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, can you tell me which letter here carries the tashdid?
The Wa.
The wow, well done. Okay, and it is read kuwirot.
Kuwirot.
Very nice. Now here, can you tell me which letter carries the tashdid?
Dama.
Which one is it? This letter.
Yes.
So it's the dal, and it will be called dal mushaddad because it carries the tashdid. And we will read it qaddama.
Qaddama.
Very nicely read. Do you know what kind of letter the qaf is here?
A thick letter.
Thick letter. Very nicely spotted. Well done. Okay. So here, do you know where the dhamma is? The tashdid is.
Zal.
Dal. Well done. What else has the dal on it? What is this called?
A vertical
Well
fatha.
done. That's it, vertical fatha or fatha ishbaya. And what we do with this is we prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay. Now we read it. Kidhaban.
Kizaba.
Very nicely read. So remember, this dal is pronounced very softly, and you will pronounce it when you touch your tongue with your upper teeth. Okay. Kidhaban.
Kizaba.
That's a lot better. Keep practicing the dal. Okay. And very nicely read otherwise. Jazakumullah G1 537. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have the next student, please.
Can G1 800 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1800. Assalamu alaikum G1800. Okay, maybe the next student, please.
Can G1 845 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1845.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, and jazakumullah for asking. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Let's start with thousand tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nicely recited. Can you tell me which letter here carries the tashdid?
تتا
The ta. Well done. Uttilat.
والتيلت
Uttilat.
والتيلتت.
Okay. Very nice try. Now let's split it up. Okay. Utti.
والتيلت.
That's it. Lat. Very nice. Uttilat.
والتيلت.
That's it. Well done. Now here, which letter carries the tashdid?
The Jim.
The Jim, and it will be called Jim mushaddad. Ujjilat.
Mujilat.
Ujjilat.
Ujilat.
That's it. Well done. Very nicely read. And here, can you tell me which letter carries the tashdid?
The Wa.
The wow. Well done. And it is called wow mushaddad. Zuwijat.
Zuwijat.
That's it. Very nicely read. Zuwijat.
Zuwijat.
Very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1845. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay. Let's have another student to the mic, please.
Can G1491 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1491. Assalamu alaikum G1491. Okay, let's carry on with a different student now.
Can G1360 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1360. Assalamu alaikum G1360. Okay, let's carry on then. Let's have a different student then.
Can G1428 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1428.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with 1000 tasmiyah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nicely recited. Okay, in this bit here, can you see which letter has a tashdid on it?
Dal.
Dal, well done. And what is this stroke here?
Vertical fataha.
Vertical fatha, well done. Or fatha ishbaya, well done. So what do we do with the vertical fatha then? How is it different from the normal fatha?
It's 2 seconds.
It's 2 seconds, well done. So we prolong it for 2 seconds. Taswadda,
Tasadda.
well done. Taswadda,
Tasadda.
very nice. So the swad here is a thick letter, so we will round our mouth a bit with that as well. Okay, now here, where is the tashdid?
The kha.
Kha, well done. Akhara,
Akhara.
well done. So what kind of letter is the kha as well?
A throat letter.
A throat letter, well done. And a thick letter as well. Akhara,
Akhara.
that's it. Now here, can you see where the tashdid is?
Qaf.
Qaf, well done. And what else does the qaf carry? What are these two called?
Tanveen.
Yeah, so they're called fathatains. Well done. Okay, so what do we do with the fathatain? We make a nasal sound and we prolong them for a bit as well. Okay, so shaqqan,
Shaqqan.
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 Very nicely read, G1428. Jazakumullah and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's carry on and have the next student to the mic, please.
Can G1799 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1799.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and jazakumullah for asking. So let's start with 1000 tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Well done. So which letter here carries the tashdid? Can you tell me that?
The lam.
The lam, well done. And the lam also carries these strokes. What are they called?
Dabu.
Yeah, so they're called the matains.
The matins.
Well done. So we will read it. Kallum,
Kallu.
kallum.
Kallum.
Well done. So with the zamma times, we have to make a nasal sound. Okay, read the zamma and then we have to make the nasal sound straight after and then prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Now here, can you tell me which letter carries the tashdid?
The lam.
Lam. Well done. Dhullilat.
Zullilat.
Well done. Dhullilat.
Zullilat.
Nicely read. So here, can you tell me which letter carries the tashdid?
The qaf.
The qaf. Well
The-
done. And what kind of letter is the qaf as well?
A thick letter.
A thick letter. Well done. Uqitat.
Ukitak.
Uqitat.
Ukitak.
So this letter is a ta. Okay, make sure to make a ta sound. Uqitat. Tat.
Ukitak.
Well done. Let me pronounce it again. Uqitat.
Ukitak.
Tat. Well done. Well done. That was very nicely read and very nicely explained as well. Jazakumullah
Can my
G1799.
brother do it?
Sorry.
Can my brother do it?
Does he have an ID?
Yes.
Okay, what is his ID?
G1800.
Okay, yes, sure. Assalamu alaikum G1800.
1 second.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Let's start with Tauz and Tasmiyah then. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Rahim.
Very nicely recited. Okay, let's start with this word here. Now here we have 2 letters which carry the tashdid. Can you tell me which letters they are?
Sad and
Yes. Sad and
the
dal. Well done. So what kind of letter is the sad as well?
thick letter.
Thick letter. Can you spot another thick letter in this word?
The qaf.
The qaf. Well done. Let's read it then. Musaddiqina.
Musaddiqina.
Well done. Make sure to read the qaf from the middle of your throat. Okay. Musaddiqina.
Musaddiqina.
Very nicely read. Here, can you spot the tashdid letters?
The shin and the qaf.
Well done. Okay, so we will read it. Yashaqqaqu.
Yashaqqatu.
Yashaqqaqu.
Yashaqqaqu.
Well done. Let's try again. Yashaqqaqu.
Yashaqqaqu.
Well done. Very nicely read. Let's carry on. And this is a similar word to this one. Can you spot the tashdid letter?
The qaf.
Off. Well done. Nicely spotted. I know the sheen here is colored red as well, but it doesn't carry a tashdid, so it's not a mushaddad letter. Okay. Let's read it then. Tashaqqaqu.
Tashaqqaqu.
Well done. Tashaqqaqu.
Tashaqqaqu.
Well done. Very nicely read G1800. Jazakumullah and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have another student to the mic then.
Can G1 448 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1448.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and Jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with thousand tasmiyah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nicely recited. Let's start with this word here. Can you tell me which are the tashdid letters?
Sod and dal.
Dal. Well done. They're called the mushaddad. They will be called Swad mushaddad and Dal mushaddad. Okay.
Yes.
And what kind of letter is the Swad and the Qaf here?
Third letters.
They're thick letters, meaning the Qaf is the throat letter. So the Swad and the Qaf are thick letters, meaning that they are pronounced with your mouth rounded a bit. Okay, so listen carefully when I read it. You will know that they're the thick letters when I pronounce them with my mouth rounded. Okay, فَأَصَّدَّقُ. Well done. Very nicely pressed with the sword and the dal. Well done. فَأَصَّدَّقُ. Well done. Okay, let's carry on. Can you tell me which one are the mushaddad letters here?
Sod and Ain.
Ain. Well done. Swad and Ain. That's it. Yas'adu.
Yas'adu.
Well done. Yas'adu.
Yas'adu.
And again, the swad is a thick letter because we pronounce it with our mouth rounded. Okay. Right. Could you tell me which ones are the tashdid letters, mushaddad letters here?
Zol and Kaf.
Dal and Kaf. Well done. Sayadhakkaru.
Sayazakaru.
Well done. Very nicely read. Sayadhakkaru.
Sayazakaru.
Very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1 448. Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah. Allah.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have one more student to the mic, please.
Can G1477 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G1477.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well and Jazakumullah for asking. Shall we start with thousand tasmiyah, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, well done. Very nicely recited. So do you understand what the tashdid means?
Yes.
So you
But I
want
don't know
yes?
but I don't know the letter code, what the
Oh.
letter is called.
Okay, so if a letter carries a tashdid, it's called a mushaddad letter. Okay, so here, this ba carries a tashdid, it will be called ba mushaddad. Okay, so it's
Okay.
terminology. Do you want to have a go at this word here?
Yeah. Rabbi.
Well done. Rabbi.
Rabbi.
Well done. And this word here?
Sadaqa.
Nice. Saddaqa.
Sadaqa.
Well done. So which two letters will you read thickly in this word?
Dal and Qaf.
Okay, so which are the thick letters here? Do you remember the thick letters? It's the sword and the qaf. Okay, so it's the sword which you will round your mouth a bit, and the qaf. Okay, not the dal. Saddaqa.
Sadaqa.
Well done. That's a lot better. Try this word here.
Hubban.
Very nice. So remember, with the fathatain, we what we do is we prolong it for 2 seconds. We make a nasal sound and prolong it for 2 seconds. Hubban.
Hubban.
Very nice. That was very nicely read. Jazakumullah G1 477 and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, I will now go do a little summary what we did today, and then we can see what the homework is for today. So today we learned the tashdid. Tashdid looks like a little W on top of a letter, and this letter then will be called mushaddad. So when a letter carries a tashdid, we have to find the previous letter which carries a stroke. So a letter before that tashdid letter which carries a stroke, which will be the ba here, and it carries a stroke which is a fatha. Now this letter we will be joining to the tashdid. Now we will be joining it, pressing hard on it, okay, and then we will be reading the stroke. Baddi, baddi, okay. So this is what we learned today. The shadda here and the mushaddad letter, okay. Now let's see what the homework is for today. Right, so the homework for today is again tashdid, and it is to practice exercise 13.1, practice all 3 columns, and practice 13.2, exercise 13.2. It's what we did today, okay, and it's on page 64. Let me quickly show you. Okay, so it's 13.1 and 13.2, right? Now, let's have a student to the mic for the end dua.
Can G1 846 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G1 806. Assalamu alaikum, G1 806.
846.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and Jazakumullah for asking. There is a lot of background noise. Could you please move to a quieter place, please?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiyah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay. وَاجْعَلْهُ
وَجَعَلْهُ
لِي إِمَامًا
إِمَامًا
ونورا وهدى ورحمة. Very nicely recited. Can you, would you be able to read the translation just below there?
Yes. And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Very nice. And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. Jazakumullah G1 806. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. And now this concludes our class for today. Jazakumullah for joining in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.